All right, so just like the last problem, this is number 5 on 2.4a. And just like this, we are looking for the other endpoint. So we've got our x1 and y1, and we've got our midpoint, xm, ym, and now we need to find the other endpoint, so we need to find our x2, y2. So let's go to our midpoint formula. So the x midpoint is going to equal the two endpoints added together and divided by 2. So now let's plug in what we know. What we know is our x1, which is -7. And we also know our x midpoint, which is -4. Then we just fill in the rest. And what we want to do is we want to get x2 on its own. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to multiply both sides by 2. So 2 divided by 2 cancels out. What we do to one side, we do to the other. So 2 times -4 is going to give us -8. And that leaves us with -7 plus x2. Then we're going to add 7 to both sides. So -8 plus 7 is going to give us -1. So the x-coordinate of our other endpoint is at -1. So now let's do this with the y's. So we know the y midpoint is going to equal one endpoint plus the other endpoint over 2, divided by 2. So our y midpoint is -12. We plugged it in. And then our y1 we know is -10. So we plug that in. So let's just plug in the rest of what we know, which leaves us here. All right, so now we need to get y2 alone on one side of the equal sign. So let's get rid of this divided by 2. So we're going to multiply that by 2. And 2 divided by 2 cancels out. But I have to do it to both sides, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. So 2 times 12 is 24, so 2 times -12 is going to be -24 equals, I'm left with -10 plus y2. So then I want to get rid of this -10, so the opposite of that is going to be plus 10, so I'm going to add 10 to both sides. -10 and +10 cancel. Leaves us with -24 plus 10 gives us -14 equals y2. So our final answer is going to be our other endpoint, x2, y2, is going to equal -1, -14.